Hi everybody, and today it's Robbie and it's Throwback Thursday, and I decided to do this on the purple kale, the curly purple kale that I trimmed 6 weeks ago. And I don't know if you remember, but I'll put the video on there. This thing was like 6 feet, 7 feet tall, and it was up in the air, and it wasn't doing well because it was so badly damaged. Remember? See how badly damaged it was? So I took the top out, and look at this. Look how it's filled out. It is bushy now and everything. And there's so many side shoots, and it's doing really good. And look how beautiful the top is. Now, where it's not getting a lot of sun, it is green. And on the top, where it gets a lot of sun, it's very bluish purple. Well, very kind of a, yeah, it is a purple. Isn't that something? So where it gets more sun, it tends to get more color to it as far as the purple. But there it is, doing good. Of course, we weren't damaging it, you know, trimming it down. That's perfectly fine. It's actually better for the plant. But what I want to do is let's go back and see the 3 cuttings I did off this beautiful curly kale and see how it's doing in 6 weeks. So let's go to the other side of the yard and take a look and see what this kale, the cuttings, look like today. So here is where I put the cuttings, and I put them in one of those floral pots. There's holes on the bottom. It's just sitting in here to keep it off the ground so the rabbits wouldn't chew it up. And I used one of those wire trash cans I get from the dollar store where it was cut. So this way I could slip it over because I wanted to give it a good chance of growing and not getting eaten by the birds. And the one cutting is doing beautiful. The second one looks a little dry, but you know it's still alive. But see, the stalk is a little dry. And this was the badly damaged one. I mean, it's still alive. It has not dried up. Not really growing anything, but the little tiny side shoot, you know, it shows that it could. But this one, this wasn't even the top. This was actually, let's turn around over here. This was the top. So this was the top of the plant. And we'll see what happened. This was the middle, and this one's done beautiful. And the other one, we'll see. That's a piece of tree color that came off. I stuck in there. But well, you know what? Let's go ahead and unearth them, and let's see if there's any roots in there. Okay, moment of truth. Now, it may take longer than 6 weeks. For cuttings, I don't know. So let's see what happened to this. It really, you know, these root so easily that once they root, you can move them around. Look how easy. You just take a stick and you throw it in the ground. So this isn't going to hurt it. Let's start with the worst one. I'm going to make a mess all over my table. People are screaming, no, what are you doing? I'm just curious to see what's going on. Oh, I don't want to share this with you. What I should do is tip it. I'm going to tip it. This way, if I tip it, I won't break as much, but I don't want to leave all 3 in here anyways. Okay, so this was the rotten piece, and you know, I'm going to say this is no good. I don't see any roots. This is where it was all kind of rotted out. So this one, I'm still going to put it back, but this one's a no-go. This one is the top part. No roots on this. Yet, it's still alive. So, this goes back in something. And let's see this one. God, I see all kinds of roots in here. We got roots. Isn't that something? This was the middle piece. So we had 3 pieces. It was long. The bottom piece that was rotten has not rooted. Now that's not to say it won't root, because I think I'm going to take it all the way down. Oh, you know what? No, I think this is toast. This is being composted. It actually smells like old broccoli. So that's gone. This one, let me see what it looks like if I cut it. I'm just curious. This one is still really, really green. And because of that, I'm going to give it its own pot and I'm going to baby it. Not like I really need it. I've got it all over the yard. But this one's going to go back in this pot. Let's see. This one's got holes on the bottom. I'm going to use this. Okay, this is going to go back in here. Now that I've made a big mess. Oh, let's see what's going on with this. This wasn't even supposed to be in here. I think it broke off while I was working. Oh. Look at this. Teeny, teeny little roots. This is a little side shoot, and it's one of the collards. I can see teeny little roots starting on this. You know what? I'll leave it in there. It's not supposed to be in there. It wasn't. I really wasn't going to do anything with that. And this is going to go back in the pot. And I'm going to place this pot on top of one of my compost and place bins. And this way the earthworms, which were already underneath, will gravitate. Now I'm going to have a problem getting it back in. Will gravitate up and down, and it will really help the plant. I'm going to put this one right in the center and leave this one and keep it well watered. I'll regret this later if it gets big. Maybe I'll find another place for that later, but right now I'm going to put this all back in. Leave this one here. And I know it's not that exciting for a Throwback Thursday because it's only been 6 weeks. But you know what? I think it's good to go back. Got hair blowing. I think it's good to go back on a lot of projects just to see what happened to them. I mean, I didn't know what happened to it. Now I know that it did okay, and I'm going to just set this in one of my compost in place. I'm still setting up the yard. We're still cold. But anyways, I'm setting up the yard. I'm going to use this as sitting in my compost bin, and then this way it becomes a mulch. This whole container will be like a mulch. It'll stay nice and damp underneath. And this one, you know what? I'm going to maybe put this in its own little pot. You know what this does? It breaks down in the pots. First of all, it keeps everything from falling out like soil. And if I put collard leaves, and this is actually my purple sprouting broccoli leaves. If I put leaves in the pot like this, then the earthworms come in because they find the leaves in there and they want to eat. So it works really good. And this is going to go in here. I think I'm going to, I wonder if I should shorten it. I think I am going to shorten it. And the reason I'm going to shorten it, so it doesn't have to develop such a big root system, because it's not that important to me how big the root system is. Really don't even need this, but that's okay. And I'm going to put this on my deck that you all thought I forgot about, and I am working on my deck. And I've been thinking on how I want to set that up. So this is going to go on my deck. And we'll see if it doesn't make it, it doesn't make it. I haven't lost anything. This I didn't even want to try, even though it still shows the side shoot, and I could lay it down. No, I can't do this. I try to save everything. It's ridiculous. This is compost. So this one, I'm going to go ahead and compost everything. So this is going to go in also a compost in place bin. This will just be sitting in there. It's got nice big holes, and I've got leaves on the bottom, so the earthworms will come in. So all the earthworms will come in and try to eat the collard, or I should say the broccoli, the purple broccoli leaf on the bottom. This is going to be well watered. For now, I'm going to put it back where I had it. I'm going to put the wire cage back on top so nothing bothers it, because, you know, I did stress it out, and oh, I got that collard there. So my observation on this is by taking a large piece of the tree collard, it would have probably by nature fallen to the ground, and the center of it would have been the healthiest part of the plant to set root into the ground, and then new shoots would have grown from the center of it growing up. So the tip of this particular plant wasn't necessarily the best part to root, but the center was. See how nature works? Isn't that cool? So I'm just gonna water it really good, and then I'm gonna put it in one of my compost in place bins. And like I said, this is going on my deck, and we'll see if this little purple guy makes it. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. I've got so many others I could do a good cutting. But that's interesting. The top didn't root, but the middle piece did, and the bottom piece was too far gone. But you know what? That's what I say. If you don't know, try it. What do I have to lose? Now I have compost, I have a plant, and I have a maybe. So with that, have a great day, and don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye, everybody. Happy Thursday. Bye-bye.